Welcome back to Plants vs. Zombies. Last time I did the first 5 levels of the pool level. Now I'm going to do the next 5 levels of the pool level. Now, before I started this recording, I tried to lower the sound effects a bit more. Because, like, they are kind of loud, but, like, you can't. Like, you look at the slider, and there's, like, still a little bit left for it to go down, but even though there is, the audio just stops playing at some point. Like, it goes from, like, still pretty loud. Like, this is as low as I can get to go, and then you go any lower, and the volume just stops. So, it's jalapeno. I guess we just not use Snow Piece this level. That'll be the gimmick, so I don't use Snow Piece. So yeah, there's not really much I can do about the audio sound effects. It literally won't go down anymore, so sorry. Yeah, this is going to be probably a really long recording because I want to keep doing 5 levels. But yeah, I'm pretty sure these levels get pretty long. So yeah, last time at some point I was talking about playing Superstar Saga and Partners in Time on the Wii U eShop, and how that wasn't an ideal way to play the game, but that's also how I played the original Paper Mario, and that game was pretty good. But I didn't play it that much because it was on the Wii U, and the thing about the Wii U is that it was a family console, so it wasn't my own console, so I wasn't able to play games as often as I was on consoles that were mine. Like, you compare my playtime on games to my 3DS compared to games on my on the Wii U, and it's like night and day. Played so much more 3DS than Wii U because the 3DS was mine. Didn't have to share it with anyone. And yeah, 3DS also leads me to another topic that I want to talk about, which was related to how I played the remake of Superstar Saga. It has to do with one game I had on my 3DS that I really liked playing was Pokémon Alpha Sapphire. And I'd probably go to say that's probably my second favorite Pokemon game that I've played, just because Pokemon Black 2 is really good. And it was also, not only is it like really good and actually contender for one of the best Pokemon games, it actually was my first Pokemon game, so that's that. So, probably never gonna be a Pokemon game I play, official one at least, that I end up liking more than Black 2. But yeah, I really liked Alpha Sapphire, but the thing is, I've never actually played the original Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald. In fact, like I was saying, Black 2 is my first Pokemon game, and the oldest Pokemon game I've actually played is technically Pearl, but that doesn't really count, because, like, the earliest game I had before that was Soul Silver. I played Soul Silver a bit, but I had a problem with Soul Silver where most of my playthroughs of Soul Silver I just wouldn't finish. And a large part of that is because, like, I could never find a full team. I would, like, get, like, 3 Pokemon, and then just, like, play through most of the game with those 3 Pokemon and would just get bored. And I think it's just because, like, just not that big of a fan of a lot of, like, Gen 1 and 2 Pokemon, where I wasn't able to make a full team a lot of the time. Yeah, Soul Silver, I think I maybe beat the champion. I played that game at least, like, I had at least, like, 10 playthroughs of that game, but I think I only beat the champion twice. and I only even bothered, like, going through Kanto. I didn't even finish Kanto. I don't know how far I got to that game, but I just stopped playing during Kanto. But there was only, like, one time where I even bothered trying to go through Kanto at all before I gave up. Every other time it was just, I just finished the champion. And stopped. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I had Soul Silver. But because, like, I didn't really like it that much, I traded with my friend a copy of Pearl. And I played that up to, like, the second gym or something, and then I just stopped playing for some reason. And then, like, maybe a year or so later, I wanted to play it again, so I tried to boot it up, but the game wouldn't start. So, it just doesn't work. So I've never actually played, past, like, Gym 2, I've never actually played any of the Sinnoh games, really. And my copy of Pearl won't work. But yeah, technically, oldest Pokemon game was played as Pearl, so basically, it really is. Yeah, I really like Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, but a lot of that's probably not because of anything Pokemon Alpha Sapphire specifically does to make it better than the original. It's just the original was probably really good, and then the remake was also good, so I liked it a lot. Spikeweed. Spikeweed, that's a cool plant. I wonder if I should maybe try to do some gimmicks with Spikeweed here. I'm thinking. Try some Spikeweed gimmicks here. You know, I do know those remakes have some issues where, like, I know there's supposed to be remakes of Ruby and Sapphire, but the way they just, like, didn't have a bunch of stuff from Emerald was just, like, not ideal. Then, of course, you have those remakes of Diamond and Pearl that I never played, which apparently also had a bunch of issues, but I wouldn't know because the actual last Pokemon game I played that, like, and came out was Ultra Moon. And funny thing is, the only reason I played Ultra Moon is, I'm not even joking, I found a copy of it in the door handle of a truck that my parents were, like I think they didn't have that truck for long, so I think they were, like, renting it or something. And it was just a copy of Ultra Moon in the door. So I was like, hey, a free game's a free game. Because, like, yeah, I think we did buy that truck. We had it for a while. Because there was, like, no way that that truck was going back to its original owner at some point. Because if there was, I wouldn't have taken the game. But there was no way to contact the original owner of that truck anymore, so I just took the game. And the funny thing is, even though I literally got that game for free, I'm pretty sure it took me, like, at least a year before I actually played it. I remember having an issue with that game where, like, I tried to pick a starter, and then the game crashed, and I was like, oh no, this game's not gonna work, but I never had that problem again. But yeah, the problem with that game is, like, even though I got it for free, like, I can't really complain because I got it for free, but, like, that game was, I found it to be really boring, because it just felt like it was just Sun and Moon. It's slightly different, but the ways that it was slightly different didn't even necessarily feel like they were better. But, like, it had a more expanded post-game, but honestly, by the time I was done with the main game, I didn't want to play it anymore. And then just the story was just worse. Because it went from, like, this, I mean, I don't want to spoil too much, but it was like a more personal story about the characters, and then they changed it to, ooh, there's this big bad Pokemons that can go through different dimensions, and it's gonna kill you, so you gotta defeat it. And there are these people from this other dimension, and they look weird, and then you go into a portal, and you fight it, and you deal with one of the worst boss fights I've ever experienced in my life. Like, seriously, I don't know if the team I had was just really bad. I wasn't under-leveled, I know that. I'm pretty sure I used the EXP share the whole time. But my fight with Ultra Lacrosse it literally one-shot everything on my team, and I couldn't attack. So what I literally had to do was spam revives until it killed itself with struggle. Yep. So, yeah, I don't like that game very much. So, yeah, even though I got it for free, didn't even feel like it was worth it. That's also the fact that, I don't know, like Pokemon Moon was fine. I wouldn't call it, like, one of my favorites, but it was fine. But yeah, that was the last Pokemon game I played, Ultra Moon, because it's literally just because, like, it's not because, like, I thought anything would be wrong with Sword and Shield. I literally didn't buy Sword and Shield because it was $60, and I didn't think then, and I still don't think now, that a Pokemon game is worth $60. Because, like, honestly, like, they just took $40 games, which the Pokemon games are, they just, like, slapped, made it slightly higher gen because it was Switch, and we were like, yep, pay 1.5 times the price, and I was not going to do that, so I didn't. And then, I was actually considering buying it. I was actually even considering buying it if they had made a third version. Because I know, as always with those Pokemon games, it's like, the first two, they like don't have that much post-game content, and they make a third version, or a sequel or something, in case Pokemon Black and White 2, where there is content. But then they were like, nah, we're not going to do that anymore. Instead, there's going to be DLC that you're going to have to buy on top of the original game. So it's like, if you want your post-game content that usually comes from the third version, you're going to have to buy the game and then buy this DLC. And I was like, alright, that's enough Pokemon for the rest of my life. And I never bought another Pokemon game again. See, that's the problem with these Spike strategies here, is there's not really not really much going on with the pool, so I guess I'll put over 2 layers of snow peas, and the second layer of snow peas is basically just a pea shooter. Try to put some stuff out here at least. And that's basically it for everything I really had on my mind to talk about for this episode. Oh yeah, this episode is being recorded immediately after the film for it, which is why I remembered talking about playing Mario and Luigi on a Wii U emulator. Or not emulator, I guess. I mean, they are emulators, right? That's what the eShop is. That's definitely what the Mario 3D All-Stars use, just emulators. I guess that gives me another idea of what to talk about is the 3D All-Stars. Yeah, you see I bought that, and the only reason I bought that is because I don't actually own, or at least I didn't own either Mario 64 or Mario Sunshine. And before that point, I never actually played Mario 64. I played Sunshine when I was like little, but like that was on a GameCube, and I haven't owned a GameCube in like more than a decade. So I don't even know if I ever beat Sunshine. That game was very hard for small me. Anyway, I bought that, and I have still not beat Mario 64. Because, like, I played it for like a couple months on and off, and then I got to like Hazy Maze Cave, and I hated Hazy Maze Cave so much, I just like stopped playing the game. And then there was a time last summer, where the power went out all across town. There was no power for the whole day. And then I spent some of that time playing my 3DS, and it was after my 3DS died that I remembered, wait, the Switch is technically a mobile console that has its own battery. So I started playing Mario 64 on the Switch in handheld mode. And I played that for a bit, and I actually found there were other stars to find. Like, there was some in, like, I think Jolly Roger Day or something. There was a Dire Dogs, I don't remember the order of this stuff. Yeah, I played that Mario 64 again for a couple hours, but the power went on, came back on, and I stopped playing it, and I haven't played it again. So I still haven't beaten Mario 64, and I literally played Sunshine for like an hour. I did like the first couple shines, and then I just stopped because I figured, you know, I'll beat Mario 64 and then I'll continue on to Sunshine. And then I didn't. And then the funnier thing of that is, like, even though I own Super Mario Galaxy, and even before I like bought it in All-Stars, it actually hadn't been that long since I played it. It's been like a year or so. I actually went back and played through all of Mario Galaxy on the 3D All-Stars collection. So the only game I've beaten out of the 3 games on the All-Star collection is the only other game that I had owned and had played recently. Which is kind of funny. Of course, I only played as Mario. I didn't play through all against Luigi because I played pretty well. I think it's a pretty easy way to deal with these stupid zombies. Zambone? Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I think the farthest I got in Sunshine. So I think I got to that boss fight that you do against Luigi, not the first one, but the second one. Where he's like taking a nap on an island and you gotta shoot like a thing at him and then he flies around. I think I did that boss fight. I like found it really annoying, so I just stopped playing, and then I didn't come back and start playing again. Wow, Squash, that was literally the last one of those that I wanted you to take down. Good job, buddy. Yep, just kill everyone but the Buckethead. What are you doing, huh? Slowly waiting for 2 Ps to take down this Buckethead, because all of my insta-kills killed everything else but the Buckethead. Well, you notice how the Buckethead has like cartoonish blood on its bucket? And I think that's like the most extreme this series has ever gotten, because I don't think this series shows blood ever. But it does for like, the Bucketheads in the first game. I guess they didn't want to go and like censor that, so they just kept that. And it's like, I think the only instance of blood in this series. Dolphin Zombie is annoying if you don't know that you can just plant a lily pad in front of it and make it obsolete. Which is what I'm going to do. You know what? I'm gonna try spikeweeds without walnuts, because spikeweeds with walnuts are really effective, but like you don't have to have walnuts with the spikeweeds for the spikeweeds to still be effective. Yeah, man, we are almost 20 minutes into this recording, and I'm only on level 8. I'm just now starting it. This is gonna be like this is gonna be 45 minutes long, at least. No, that's okay. Have a longer episode every now and then. I say, as if every single episode after this isn't going to be a longer episode, because they're all going to be multiples of 5. And they're all going to be later in the game. But you know, I mean, still not as long as the Lemon 4 videos. Still not nearly as long as the Lemon 4 videos. Torchwood, pretty good plant, because you put peas in the torch and then they become double damage. But the only issue with that is that you can't freeze zombies. So they're actually not the most ideal setup for, like, extreme difficulty in this game, and by that I mean survival endless, because that's the only time this game gets super difficult. So I'm sure you can beat 40 waves, which is what I'm gonna base that on, because that's the one you have to do for consoles. I'm sure you can beat 40 waves by using Torchwood, Gatling Pea strategies, but like I've always seen, by far the most effective strategy is to use winter melons, because making the zombies go slow is just too good to pass up.
Brains.
Even then, like, I'm not sure what the damage difference is between using just a bunch of melon pulse where one lane is winter melons compared to using Gatling Peas with Torchwoods. Well, this level only has 2 flags, so it shouldn't be absurdly long, hopefully. I guess it's also going to depend on how fast I kill the zombies. I think one reason this is taking so long is that I'm not spamming plants. I'm sure if I was just spamming repeaters everywhere, this would be going a lot faster. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a lot of repeaters out here. See, I'm going at this in a very odd way. I've got like a Torchwood and a repeater on one row, and I've got literally nothing on a bunch of other rows. Yeah, I feel 3 rows of repeaters, that might have been a bit ambitious. Especially since we're almost on wave 1 here. Yeah, I have not been going about this in the most smart way, have I? But, you know, it should be fine. It's Plants vs. Zombies, not Plants vs. Zombies 2. If this was Plants vs. Zombies 2, the game would have been like, you Dumbo, you did it wrong, you are dead now. And then I'd be dead. Because Plants vs. Zombies 2 is a unforgiving game sometimes. And you have to hear that stupid dolphin every single time. I just wish you didn't. And they just come in and they just take my kelp. It's like, I wanted that kelp, but now I can't keep it. Man, this potato mine is just hanging out past here. I don't know what happened. I don't get how the zombie that it was supposed to hit didn't die. Maybe I planted a root here before it got to there. That's probably what happened. Back in the day, when kid me was watching Nintendo Capri Sun play this game, and he'd just make like silly mistakes, and I'd be like, "Man, how'd you do that? Are you not paying attention? How could you possibly not do that?" I get it. I understand now. It makes so much more sense. You have to play a game and talk at the same time. It's not the same as just playing the game normally. People seem to forget sometimes. Yeah, he just... Nope. I don't want to be eating my torch. There's plants out here as body from adult zombies. I have to wonder how much my commentary affected my ability to play Blade more. Because, like, I was doing bad for the first couple episodes, but when it got to a point, I was able to beat most runs without using a continue, except for that one run where I fought Shion, where I was in a very bad mood for that entire recording. Yeah. I haven't uploaded that part yet. It's not going to be uploaded for probably another 3 days at this point, because I did mention it at some point, but I planned on, what am I going to use here? I mean, we just got Tallnet, but I don't really need to use him. I'm gonna try a 3-peater Torchwood strategy here. Yeah, I was gonna do that. I haven't done it yet, and I would have far past done it now when this gets uploaded, but I'm gonna plan on uploading 3 parts, one after the other in 3 days. Which is fine to do, because I actually don't have that much other than the Legend videos to upload right now. I have the things I did for Touhou 12 and 13, the challenge videos. But other than that, I don't have much of anything else to upload. I've been working on a cover the past couple days, but I haven't recorded it yet. And the difference between this winter break and last winter break is like night and day when it comes to like making cover videos. I made so many cover videos last winter break. I was like, I had a surplus for like over a month. For like, I think it was up until like maybe August or something. I had like a surplus of videos. It's just, you know, the upload schedule would get nowhere close to uploading them all before I just fill them out again. Well, then over the summer, I like took longer to make things. Mostly because I was trying to draw background art. Anyone remembers that? There was a period during summer break where I was trying to draw things. And, I don't know. Went decently well. That's one of those things you kick off the bucket list. You know, I at least tried to do art for a bit. But then semester happened, and it became very apparent that that semester was going to be very busy. I just did not want to spend the much more limited free time I had doing art, so I just stopped doing it. Which is a bit of a shame, but you know, it was fun. It all lasted. I drew my, one of the drawings I did, like part of it is, I made into my profile picture. That should still be there. Should still be it at this point, unless like for some reason between now and then just suddenly decided to change it. It's kind of funny how, I don't know, I just kind of drew, I took that particular portion of the picture as my profile because I thought it was funny, but like, you know, you look at my profile picture and you think, if you can tell it's Marasa, which you probably can't, because it's not a great image. You know, if you can tell it's Marasa, you probably come to the conclusion that Marasa is my favorite Touhou character, where she is, in fact, not even close. I just like that picture. I was talking about something. I've completely lost track of what I was talking about. Right, I was talking about videos. Yeah, I had like a surplus of videos, but then I started uploading them less frequently, and then eventually I stopped having that surplus. There was one point, like a month or so ago, where I was reaching the point where I had no videos in surplus. Where I was actually gonna, like, for the first time, my folder that's filled with videos that I haven't uploaded yet, it was gonna be empty. And I managed to keep that off for a while, because even though making covers videos slowed like a lot, I was able to keep up a lot of filler with the first the Touhou 19 videos, which that was filler for like a month and a half, because you know having 19 videos that go on for like, we upload once every 2 days, that's a then I did that with Touhou 9, which had 12 videos, which, you know, that's spread out over 2 days, that's gonna be almost a month. But then that finally ran out, I was reaching a point where I didn't have any videos. Then, we had a week off from classes. Which was really weird. We had a week off from classes, like, the week before finals, so it was like, it's basically just like an early start to our break before it was ended again, and then after finals we got it started again. Really weird how I set it up. But during that week I was able to make a few videos, and now I've got circles, now I've got quite circles. They aren't cover videos though, like I said, no cover videos right now. I'm gonna make one. I don't have any right now, they're all videos. The 1 or 4 videos I haven't uploaded. They're these videos, the Plants vs. Zombies videos, which are probably not going to upload until after the videos. They're probably going to like, serve the same upload slot as those. Then we have the Chew Challenge videos, which I don't even know at what rate I'm going to upload those. There's only 2 more. There's no more because I guess the last one. Yeah. This Christmas break and last Christmas break were quite different. I guess it's just because I make these, because it used to be like, those cover videos were the only videos I made. So it's like where all my enthusiasm for the video. And now that I make playthrough videos, that, you know, unsurprisingly, are a lot easier to make. Not all my enthusiasm is towards the cover videos, so I'm not putting as much effort into making them. I guess effort is the right word. I still put the same amount of effort into it, I just don't do it as often as I used to. Because I used to feel like, there was a period where I'd work on a core video like every day. Those days are long gone. Now putting the repeaters on the top of bone row, not ideal, but oh yeah, now that I think about it, it's 3-9. I'm doing 3-9, 3-10 right now, you know what that means. If you watched Nintendo Capri Sun's playthrough of this game, you know that these were the levels that were the backdrop for one of the best things ever created by mankind. Hello, we heard you were having a pool party. We think that is fun. We'll be right over. Sincerely, the zombies. Yep, these 2 levels, this level and the next level, the levels that played during the Nintendo Capri Sun's all-singing episode of Plants vs. Zombies, which is one of the best videos ever created on the internet. If you have not watched it, I would recommend you do so right now. Click off this video and go watch it right now. Wow, thanks for the tall nuts, my dude. And the torchwoods, yep, this is really helping me right now. Yeah, this is like, the more specialized a world's plants become, the more that these the more of a problem these conveyor belt levels become. Because in the first world, it's like, what are they gonna give you? They're gonna give you damaging plants and walnuts. So, like, no matter what they give you, you're gonna be pretty good. But when you get to this, it's like, if they don't give you enough lily pads, you're in a bad situation. If they don't give you enough damaging plants, you're gonna be in a bad situation. And eventually, like, we've already reached a point where it's fine. Like, I don't need anything after this. Like, for the first, like, 30 seconds of a level, like, it's a bit taxing. singing episode of Plants vs. Zombies. A modern classic. I do wonder how I should plant these things, because ideally, you really just want to put them. You just want to put them all in this row and this row. One of those levels that just kind of, you know, not much planning is really needed for this. Just make sure you got torchwoods ahead of your food meters, and then you're good to go. Although I do hope a dolphin does not come on this row, that would be kind of annoying. You know, you ever just say something, and then it happens? That's what just happened. And it's okay, because squash. Man, right on that row again. But all we need is a pump. Now it's home. So now it's never going to be a problem again. Good job. Two of them, that's kind of annoying. And now that I think about it, it's probably actually better if I planted the plants like closer to the front and then went backwards as a planting priority, because you know, the closer they are, the faster they can attack. One of the things I never really thought about until right now was figuring how many times I've played this game. I got really think about that, but no, it makes sense. You know, less distance, you know, faster, speed, physics, all that, just math. Yep, math, loves math. Plants vs. Zombies, let's play videos. I really don't, which is why I'm not going to talk about it at all. Man, this level has 3 flags. I don't think either of the previous multiple Tim levels have 2 flags. Yeah, looks like we're gonna reach 45 minutes this week. I'm starting to see why it's some stuff doing multiple tomorrow. Instead of doing like every 2 or 3 levels or something. Certainly helps for longevity. Still gonna be pretty long. It's just a decently long game, but it's not really terribly long because I'm doing a decent videos apart. Oh, we have now reached the point where the torchwoods are useless because I already had a row of them. Well, that was just a complete waste. I somehow wasted 2 squashes and a spikeweed with that one guy. Just talk about my cover speed. I have pretty much made a cover of everything in Plants vs. Zombies that I want to at this point. Like, I've done everything from the first game, except for like Zen Garden, because that's not very much of anything. And then there's also like the unused level, the unused theme, that botany, which I was thinking about doing, but I decided just not to. And then I did the theme garden apparently. And I was thinking of doing some Plants vs. Zombies 2 music, but I looked at it, and most of the themes from Plants vs. Zombies 2, they're like 10 plus minutes long. I'm not doing that, so I just decided not to. But anyway, that is a multiple, that is the rest of the pool levels, and hey, that took less than 40 minutes, that's surprising. So next time we'll start the fog levels, see you then.